And if you don't love me now, you won't never love me again.
No, you won't.
And if you're trying to hold something up with a chain, just make sure it's not rusting because you must never break the chain.
The chain on
You
our
might
porch
flatten a few
swing,
dock workers.
the chain on our porch swing
Yeah.
broke twice, and 2 people have been pretty hurt from it because it's lifted above
Oh,
the
Zach,
porch, so
that's
you
not
fall really
good. You,
far.
you must never break the chain.
Yeah, but we unfortunately broke the chain, so
Ah.
yeah.
Well, so did Lindsay and Stevie, evidently.
Yeah, so this is the we're reacting to Rumors, the album. All 6 songs before this one are out on our channel. We've already reacted to them. It's weird. This is all do this in one sitting.
Banga,
So it's kind
banga,
of weird
banga,
with this
banga,
far.
banga, banga, banga.
It's growing. It's going great. We're still kind of in shock from the last song, from how fucking great it was. So
Yeah.
we've both heard the chain. I just want to be completely honest now. Okay, he showed it to me like a week or 2 ago, and I heard it, but I still wasn't focusing on it that much. Why are you smiling? Did I fuck up something?
What?
Oh, you were smiling like I fucked something up. You're making the face like I fucked something up, like you were
No.
like. Okay. All right, I thought I messed something up.
I'm
Or mistake
smiling because I'm happy.
boo happiness. Anyway, we both heard it. He showed it to me. I listened to it, but if I'm being honest, like I don't really think I was completely in the mood for it, so I probably didn't pay enough attention. So this is kind of like my first time. Almost every other. It's the same thing with all the songs in this album that I've heard, which is only like 3 or 4. 3. 4. 3. 3. It's 3 songs. Okay, so yeah, so I'm kind of like, but I'm like really excited to hear it because I feel like it's gonna grow on me big time this time around.
I've got
I'm
a
actually
funnier
paying
story
attention.
with the song a little bit, which I'll try and keep as short as possible. I got shown the song by a friend about would have been nearly 3 years ago now, 2 3 years ago, and when I first listened to it, I was like, it's good, but I mean, I don't see why everyone in the comments is calling it the greatest song of all time. And then I was like, I mean, maybe one of, and then I never went back to it again until recently, and then in the car on first of all, it was the crappy Dreams remix on the radio, the boom 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 boom, that made me want to go and listen to the original Dreams again, and then I realized how good that was. But then also in the car on like my family road trip that we had 2 months ago now, we had one of the I was digging out albums like CDs and stuff that we could play in the car, and one of the CDs I dug out was the greatest hits from Fleetwood Mac, and one of the I'm pretty sure the chain was on there or was it not? It may not have been on there because it wasn't even a fucking single. It was an album cut that just grew over time because everyone loved it so much. It was I think it might be the biggest sleeper hit of all time actually. But
Got distracted.
either I also heard it on rock radio because my mum has this rock radio station she hasn't set in the car. So, and it came on and I was like, okay, this is much better than I remember it. And because my music opinions have changed a lot over the last couple of years, I said, I'll go back and give it another chance. I went back and gave it another chance. It is now one of my favorite songs of all time. I'm currently having a gigantic phase with it. So, and that's why I showed Zach. So
Yeah.
that's my history. So I absolutely love the song already. This reaction is more so, well, this is more so A, because it's the flow of the album, also because Zach only heard it once. So
Yeah.
this is
So
him giving it another shot as well. So
indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. What we do is we basically listen to like the last 10 seconds of the previous song, kind of hear how it transitions. That's what we're gonna do now. So the last 10 seconds of Songbird. If you want to see our reaction to that, just like I already said, it's already on the channel. So go check it out.
So is my solo reaction of the self-titled
Indeed.
as well. Probably. If not, it will be out.
See how it transitions. Nice transition to start. It's very southern sounding, by the way. I said that the time you showed
My
me.
favorite part about the song as well, because I'm a big person for details, the amount of instrumental details in this song blows my mind every time.
We'll go back a little
Like
bit.
in the
Sorry,
guitar and the drums and the bass and everything, the amount of details.
we can hold that until the
so I can
first
definitely
pause.
listen for them.
Let's hold as many details as possible for the forced copyright pauses. It's a 4-minute song.
Yeah.
the violin back there.
Listen to the wind blow, watch the sun rise. Run in the shadows, damn you.
Knowing the background to the song actually makes it so much better now. Holy shit. I'm starting to see it, guys.
And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you saying you will never break the chain. And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you saying you will never break the chain.
Pause.
We ran over a little bit.
You remember.
No, I got distracted. I was reading. I want to note a few things. One is that the line is "You would never break the chain." So evidently, it's weird because it's both of them singing it. So one of them is obviously talking about the other one. But I don't actually. I don't know that this song is necessarily about them. And the only reason I say that, is because it's written by like 4 other people. It's written by the entire band. So I don't know that it's
Yeah, but it's
necessarily
also
about
written
them.
by Stevie and Lindsay.
Yeah,
I
but it
feel
says like you would.
Stevie
But
and Lindsay probably
they
took
wouldn't
lead on
sing.
it.
They wouldn't sing that chorus together, because it doesn't make sense if they do. I can still hear you saying you would never break the train. Like not you must never. But
No,
like,
but
you
it
would
might
never
just
break
be
the
it
train.
might just be the 2 of them singing over it because they're both singing about how the other one always said they weren't going to be the one to break it up, and
I mean,
maybe
yeah,
this is them
I guess.
realizing they both had fallen out of love, and they both didn't want to be the one to end it. Maybe that's it. But also, the fact that there's other writers on it also may be the fact that they probably wanted this to be their magnum opus. They probably
Either way.
wanted they knew the potential this song had, I think.
It's. I want you to know it sounds very Western.
This is like
Like
as much
very-
as much as it is an album cut, and
This
it
cat
wasn't
has
meant to be a
moved 30
single.
times.
I think they designed for it to be like they didn't never wanted it to be a single. That's the thing about it. It was never designed to be a single, but I don't think it was also designed to be just another album cut.
Yeah.
It was different. They definitely knew this was something bigger. So, yeah.
Break the chain, break the chain. Listen to the wind blow, down comes the night. Run in the shadows, damn your love, damn your life.
Can I pause a little bit?
Picturing this as a song about their relationship, though, the energy in every single line just hits harder now. Does it not?
Yeah. It does.
Just hearing the 2 of them singing over each other these lines just feels like genuine, like, you know, like, damn the dark, damn the light. Like, you can hear anger and the fact that they, you know, the frustration of, like, knowing, like, look, we don't love each other anymore, but I'm not going to break it up. No, I'm not going to break it up. You break it up, but no, I'm not going to break it up. That's the kind of energy I get
Yeah.
from it,
I get that.
which, yeah,
Yeah.
it adds a lot.
It does.
Break the silence, damn the dark, damn the light.
Break the silence. Yeah, it's about because they're kind of fighting to see who's gonna say it first. Let's break the silence.
And if you
Yeah.
don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you saying you would never break the chain.
He would never. Okay, yeah, there it goes.
You don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you saying you would never break the chain. And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again.
I'm waiting for this to.
Still hear you saying you would never break the chain.
I'm sorry to blue ball all of you. I'm sorry. I have to. Please don't make me the bad guy. Don't make me the bad guy. We have to do it. Okay. I'm sorry.
I know.
Don't bully me. What are you looking at, Bort?
Just find a place in the middle of like the next one. We'll do one more pause in the middle of the next bit. Just try and time it halfway between if you can.
I'll try. All right.
avoid it, 'cause-
Yeah, we're good now. Honestly, we could go ahead and just continue off now because we've
Yeah.
taken so much long.
The way that this picks up is just one of the best pickups I've ever heard. It's just cold.
Is that a banjo? Yeah, bring that bass in. It came in so subtly, I didn't even expect it. That shit came in so beautifully unexpectedly. That was wild. I didn't even hear the guitar coming in until it was like right in my ear. Because I was so focused on the bass.
Yeah, it's like very quiet and then it just slowly goes in.
Motherfuckers making the guitar squeal. The guitar's getting fucking killing that fucking guitar, bro. There's a lot of feeling in that guitar. That motherfucker is fucking it up.
Yeah.
Damn. Let's go ahead and do the last little bit of this. Great fade out. Great fade out. As always. They're pretty good at them. Which is funny because I actually didn't like the fade out the first time I heard it.
There's
It's a great song. Terrific
what
song.
else?
Amazing song. S tier song. I imagine, I think
the,
you
the
said
more
a,
I hear it, dude.
you said a lot of it earlier, so I think maybe I'll take the lead here a little bit to kind of go over how I've changed on it. One, I will say the chorus went from being a good chorus to being very catchy. The ending of the song, in hindsight, paying more attention, is a lot better. It adds to the song a lot on the scale of how good the song is, just because it kind of puts it in like S tier all time. But the song's fucking great. I literally only have one pick with the song, because whenever we look at songs, we have to look at different things. The only issue in the song is literally the fact that the first and second verse are literally basically copy and paste. They changed like one line and added two more lines. That's the only issue I have. I don't have a problem with it because I like the way it sounds. But like objectively speaking, it might you put it kind of wonky against other songs on the album. But it's fucking incredible. Other than that, I wanted to say like the one thing I had a problem with, just to point it out. But everything else is fucking terrific. The drumming, they managed to make have a fucking bass solo, basically. And then the guitar comes in and the drums come in. It all blends in perfectly. You don't even hear them coming in because you're so focused on the bass. The guitar comes in and nowhere. And by the time, oh shit, that guitar's in my ear. The fucking drums kick in. You don't even realize it. They all come together perfectly without you even realizing it's happening. So it's definitely moved up. It'll probably make my playlist. Definitely make my playlist. It's very catchy. That's what I have to say.
Yeah. There's not much else to add to it. I mean, it's gone from like me just shrugging off everyone saying it's like the greatest of all time to now actually considering it being in that conversation. And now it's weird looking back to that and thinking, wow, there were a few songs I overlooked. By the way, I just want to let you know that this will be one of my favorite songs of all time by the time the phase is over. Like, it'll be like top 10. Because the same thing, do you want me to tell you, right?
It's very
I'll just tell
fucking
you, Zach,
southern
and you
too.
know
It's
for
very
context.
country influenced. Is the funniest
Do you want to
part.
know? Do you want to know two other notable songs that had the same effect? I was shown a couple years ago, shrugged them off, and then came back to them a couple years later.
Sure.
Money for Nothing and Comfortably Numb,
Yeah, two of his biggest songs. Two of your favorite songs.
which were my top 2 songs last year, and are now like 1 and like 3 or 4 on my all-time listening.
Fair enough. Well, on that note,
Yeah, I shrugged off a few very notable greats that, yeah, and this is one of them. I apologize to anyone I shrugged, even though I didn't do it public. It was just like in a private like chat or whatever that I just like said, like shrugged it off. But either way, I'm sorry to those who I did, whether public or not or whatever, about that, because no, it is one of the greatest of all time. I think that
my cat
just
having a fucking trying to make that.
I don't. It's just the energy about it. And as for the repetition, right? I have a note about the repetition. The reason why, and knowing the context of it now, the repetition works better because I'm realizing like the reason they're repeating the verse and the reason they're repeating the lyrics is because it's the same thing. There's nothing else to be said. The whole thing they're trying to say is just they're literally just saying the same thing back and forth to each other. They're basically trying to tempt the other one to end the relationship. That's what it is. And that's why you feel a tension in the song between Lindsay and Stevie. And you hear it in their voices now when you know what it's about and you know the background. You can tell in their voices that they are both basically like signaling to the other one that it's over. They're done. But they don't want to be the one to end that relationship. They want to keep it. They just don't want to be the one to end it. They don't want to feel like the bad guy. But at the end of the day, they both know it's done. They can see that the other one knows it's done. And the whole song. So when they're repeating the verses, that's because they're just repeating the same thing. Like,
I get it. Yeah, I'm with you on
it's
that.
just a back and forth.
I get your point now. It makes a lot more sense that way.
And
Like I said, I do like
by the way
it.
how repetition can work, right?
Yeah.
Is A, when it comes off good in the sound, and B, context. If there's repetition in the song, it needs to be for a reason, and there is a very, very clear reason here for me. So I will give it a pass on that.
I will too. I'm
But,
in agreement with you. 100%.
I mean, yeah, it's perfect on every other aspect. There's nothing
I'm in agreement with you. And now that we fully agreed on this song,
terrific.
Dillon, I think this is where you say goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, I guess I just broke the chain.
You fucked up my motherfucking shit. You're supposed to say the fucking tagline, then the goodbye part. You know that. Goodbye has to be the last thing you say. You know what's crazy? I've never fucked up one of your goodbyes. You know how many of my bye fellas you fucked up? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And you know what? I'm going to punish you for that. In this video, you're not going to get a goodbye. I'm just going to say bye, fellas, in the video without you. For the first time ever. No, I'm not. Dillon, this is where you say goodbye. You've earned your privilege back. Forgive you.
Goodbye.
Bye, fellas!